Hey guys, what's going on? I know I haven't done any videos on the go-kart in a really long time, and I apologize for that. I know some of you have been waiting to see this thing get going and be finished, and trust me, I've been waiting eagerly myself to get this thing going. Reason I haven't done any videos in a really long time is this was a senior project for Votech in high school, and we had a welder in my Votech shop, so when I graduated and this thing wasn't finished, I lost my access to a welder, so it was kind of at a standstill for a while. Then I got a job working at a shop and had a welder there, so this past year I've been able to make some progress on it. So that's why I haven't done a video in so long. Once again, I apologize for that. So I'd like to do a little bit of history on this project and talk about what some of the things I'm going to do during the next couple months. So history on this thing started out as a two-seater Murray go-kart, and I converted it to a single-seater. It was a one-wheel drive on the rear left wheel. I converted it to a two-wheel drive solid rear axle. I put this 10 horsepower Yanmar diesel clone engine in here. This thing is a torque monster. I also added a CVT Comet 40 series torque converter. It's got electric start. You can see there the steering wheel is centered. And pretty much everything except the basic tube frame I custom made. This front axle here was bent when I bought the go-kart, so I put a beefier 1.5 inch axle on here. Custom made my own spindles, spindle mounts, tie rods, pitman arm mount. These universal joints are actually 3/8 inch universal socket drives, because to buy actual universal steering joints is ridiculously expensive. They're like 30 bucks a piece. Rear axle, custom made as well. It's actually just a regular piece of 3/4 inch stainless steel that I drilled and tapped the ends for the axle bolts, and machined keyways for the rear wheels. The machine shop at Votech custom made me these aluminum pillow blocks for the bearings, and I was able to make these 3/4 inch locking collars on my lathe. And then I custom made these brackets here for the jack shaft for the CVT. Had to reroute the exhaust on this diesel because there used to be this giant black pot like right here, and it exited this way, and you can obviously see why that would not work because you're sitting right there. So put this tractor muffler on here. Works pretty well. Makes it a little bit louder, not too loud though. Sounds good. So that's a little bit of a history on this project. What I'm going to be doing in the near future is changing out the rear axle. It was a budget build when I started this, so I just kind of worked with what I had laying around. I had that 3/4 inch piece of stainless steel laying around. I kind of figured it would be a little on the thin side when I started this project, and it hasn't bent or broke yet, but I'd like to increase the top speed by putting a smaller sprocket on here. So I'm just worried that if I'm going faster and I hit a pothole or something, the axle's just gonna bend and fail. Plus everything that I put on here, like this sprocket, and I still need to put brakes on it. Everything is difficult to put on because it's all custom made. So what I decided to do was, since these tires are Carlisle 15x6 tires, so they're 6-inch wheels, I looked on BMI Karts and found these 6-inch Van K wheels, which I think should work with those tires, even though they're made for racing kart wheels. I think they should work with these Carlisles, because I like these big beefy tires, because I do drive it in the grass and in the dirt off-road. So I still wanted to keep the beefy Carlisle tires. So I decided to go with this 1.5 or 1.25 inch racing kart axle, which just makes it a heck of a lot easier to put things on here, like the sprocket hub, the brake hub. Once I get that, everything will just be so much easier because all these parts are available for racing karts. Plus it's a heck of a lot stronger, being a bigger diameter. I think it's 3/16 inch wall, so this will be much stronger compared to that 3/4 inch stainless steel axle. And these are the bearings and bearing flanges I got to mount this axle. 1.25 inch high-speed bearings. These are the front hubs. I got a kit, 4 front and rear hubs for like 40 bucks, so it was a good deal. Even though I don't have the wheels for the front yet, it was a good deal on the set. So once I do put aluminum wheels on the front, I have the front hubs that are just free spinners. And then another thing I'm pretty excited about is this rack and pinion I got off eBay. It's a 8.5 inch rack and pinion. This will make it much easier to steer, because the other thing I did was, when I got this go-kart, came with these deep... Sorry about that, guys. The video cut out again. I ran out of memory. I'm using my phone, so I only have so much memory to work with. So what I was saying was, when I got this go-kart, Murray put these really small, dinky, skinny front wheels on here, and I'm never a fan of big rear tires and small front tires on anything with 4 wheels. I like them same size on all 4 corners. I think it just has a aggressive stance and look to it. So I put the same size Carlisle 15x6 tires and wheels on the front as I have on the back. It gives me much better grip when cornering. The only downside to that is, because the wheels are so big, when you hit anything that's on the ground, these big wheels soak up that impact and you feel it straight into the wheel. So since this thing is only like literally 1/8 of a turn from lock to lock, you don't have a whole lot of leverage on the steering system itself, so you feel everything that the tires are hitting, and it's very difficult to keep straight and very difficult to control. After driving it for half an hour, I mean, your hands and your wrists hurt pretty bad. So that's the reason for this rack and pinion here. Rather than having an 1/8 turn lock to lock, this is 1 turn lock to lock, I believe. So half a turn in either direction will give me much more leverage on the steering system. It'll be much easier to control. Just be a lot more pleasurable to drive. You don't have to fight it. So this is going to get mounted in there. I'll be doing a video on that after I get the rear axle done. That'll be mounted in there. So that's kind of what's to come here in the next couple weeks. Aside from that, I think the only other thing I'm going to do for now is put a floor pan on there, and also possibly a firewall, I guess for lack of a better term, back here to hopefully block some of the noise from the engine, because this thing is pretty loud. It knocks. Because it's a diesel, it knocks very loud. So hopefully putting that panel on there will help reflect some of that sound. I went to the scrapyard and got this nice 40 thousandths thick aluminum sheet metal, which will be perfect for that. I just got it rough cut out for now. So I have to trim it down and attach it then. So that's what's been going on with the go-kart, and what's to come, guys. I'll be doing separate videos on the individual projects. First one is going to be the wheels. I'm going to have to drill those out. So that's it for now, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.